Hello, everybody, and welcome to Flyers Alley. I don't know what episode this is. I was gonna do the whole episode some season 4, but we ended it like 5 times and then said we weren't gonna come back, and now we've come back about 8 times now. So season 4, episode 0000 or something like that. With me as always, Anthony. What's going on, brother? How was your how's your week?
It's going, man. This is my final week out here in the Midwest, doing a lot of packing, all that kind of stuff. Be heading back to the Northeast, back to Boston. Next 1 week from today, I'll be hitting the road. So just a lot of packing going on.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you're doing the whole pod thing. That's I don't know anyone that's actually done that. I do know. I do have a buddy of mine that actually has his band practices in one of those pods, though.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. Like, if I'm going to try to save some money, who knows? They might just like run off and steal half my shit. So I don't know. It's going to be a gamble.
You wouldn't have happened to try any of them beers yet, did you?
Neither confirm nor deny.
Ooh, okay. I dabbled a little bit into the new thing, but someone's got to try them, right? Wade, what's going on, brother? How you doing this? How's your week? How's your weekend going on? Like the shirt?
Yeah, I found it. Some Spanish folk gave it to me.
Wow, that's okay. We'll go that route.
We're gonna go that route. Well, the week looked good, leading up to Wednesday, and then shit downhill from there.
Oh, yeah. How you're referring to Flyers activity, correct?
Flyers activity, yes. Everything's great at home.
Cool. That's what I'm not. We'll go. No one's happy right now. So I mean, I have actually even thrown the towel in. So yeah.
I mean, to be honest, do you think Johnny Hockey's even really that happy?
No.
Because he went somewhere that's not playoff worthy, less money. I mean, yeah, he's back on the East Coast, but
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. All right. I got some stuff planned. All right. With that being said, real quick before I even put our plugs in there for our sponsors and such, we did have a winner for the Norse Beard Basket. It was this bad boy in the Viking helmet. It's pretty serious. It's got a lot of good stuff in there. I was gonna steal the brush, but because it's pretty sick. But it's actually interesting. You're not getting the helmet, buddy. But Brian, not Brain, at Deep Sky Bry on Twitter actually won. He said it was gonna be Torts. You don't count, Wade. So
I know
you can't win. You did win.
I'm an insider.
You did win.
Just a hockey insider.
So with that being said, Brian, I'm going to send it out Thursday. You'll get it. But yeah, congratulations to him. And with that being said, we have a new thing coming up. I will get into that later, but we are going to be giving out a $50 gift certificate to Sterling Pig Brewery in Media, Pennsylvania. But with that being said, yeah, there you go. There you go. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Flyers Alley, on Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1, and Instagram at Flyers Alley, and go to www.oldcitysports.com, old spelled OLDE. Check out all our good articles. We got a lot of articles rolling through right now. So, yeah, go check them out if you like to read and such. And we're going to dive right into some Alley talk. We got a comment here. Kylie Sullenberger, the new intro video is amazing. What is this? Oh, is that thing your dad had?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be bored. And Eric Moore says, "What's up, guys? What's going on? Thanks everybody for coming out." Segment of Alley Talks brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Go to www.bodycheckwellness.com. Use promo code OCS in all caps for 25% off your CBD needs. All right. So, the Flyers buy out Oscar Lindblom. I'm going to get your guys' thoughts on this. I personally don't mind. I mean, it is what it is. It's a business. He hasn't been the same since he's come back from his recovery from cancer, which really sucks for me because he was a favorite player of mine. And then, so he just hasn't come back. It hasn't solidified into the person that he used to be. Also think it has to do with him playing on a lower line. I think maybe you need to put him up on a different line, but that's just me. Wade, get your opinion on that.
Wrong fucking contract to buy out. Wrong fucking contract to buy out. Yeah. Talking about you want to clear some cap space? Why not the $7 million slump that we have, putting him from the top line down to the bottom line, and the only time he decides to put up points is when we ain't going anywhere.
Schlep rock, I like to call him. Schlep rock. That's a new term
Back to you.
I like to use. Yeah, it is the wrong one, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Anthony, what's your take on the Lindblom buyout?
It sucks. Obviously, he meant a lot to the team and what he went through with the cancer diagnosis. Came back and played technically that same season, but the money wasn't. He wasn't living up to that contract. I'm glad he gets the money, but if you're looking at it as a hockey and a business standpoint, it's the right move to make. There was a lot of people clamoring about it on Twitter last year, like, hey, this guy needs to be up on the 9th floor. He should be scratched a little bit. The only caveat I will say is he was a real good penalty killer. He was always in the lane blocking shots. And I thought, okay, here's a guy that I feel like on the penalty kill terms will excel with John Tortorella. Obviously, he gets bought out. It sucks, but I do think it was the right move.
Yeah, like I said, I'm on board with it just because it is a business. You gotta treat it like that. So it sucks for him. I know that he's a big part of Philly. And Philly loves him, but at the same time, you're not really. I don't feel like you're hearing too much. I don't think it's about him as much as it is about, like Wade said, you didn't have to do that one. Like you could have done another one. But like I said, we'll get into that. We got some comments. Samantha Lynn says, love Lindblom, but it was time. No love. It was fucking no love. Flyers acquired Tony DeAngelo from the Carolina Hurricanes along with their 7th round pick in exchange for a 4th in the 2022. I guess that passed. And the 3rd round for 2023. I'll let you guys go first on this one. Anthony, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, taking the off ice stuff out of it, I like the move. I think they gave up a little bit too much, but I do like the passion and energy that DeAngelo brings. You saw this year when he was with Carolina, smashing his stick in Boston when they lose, and then he comes back the next game at Carolina, bombs one from the point for a power play goal against the Bruins. Like, I love what he brings. He had a damn solid start to his career with the Rangers in New York. I like the player. I don't like the off-ice stuff, obviously, but here's a guy. He's going to bring some energy night in and night out with the team. He's not going to be afraid to drop the gloves if he has to. Another guy I think Torts is going to like in this lineup. And you know what? It's just something new and exciting because it looks like it's going to be a down season for the Flyers. I know the fan base is all up in arms. What else is new? This fan base has gotten soft as shit the last 5 years or something like that. Yeah, he's trying to move forward, trying to get out of that stuff that he did back in the day and then a couple of years ago as well. You don't forget about it, but you hope the person can move forward and go on and be a better person off the ice. So I'm hoping that happens. But for 2 years, you got a guy who is going to try to play his balls off and earn a bigger contract. So if you're the Flyers, use him as much as he's going to use you.
Eric Moore comes in and says, sucks that Lindblom was bought out. He could have been great on the second line, and he could have been a good piece for a playoff run. Yeah, I mean, he was kind of in the right place at the right time, when he just isn't as fast as he used to be. I think that's the biggest problem is he's just not he's not as fast as he used to be. But staying on topic maybe. Wait, what do you think?
Tony DeAngelo? I like it. Tony DeAngelo, I like it. I think if they put him up with Prove, it will help relieve him of trying to carry everything on his back. So I like the pickup. We didn't really overspend on him. He plays like Ghost, but he has better health track record and points per game wise as well. And he was also Carolina's leading point getter in the playoffs, which you don't really see too much of defensemen leading that way. unless you're Cal McCarr.
I thought I had a segment for what I'm about to say here, but I don't. So we can talk about it now. How long until him and Provorov start fist fighting? I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think they're gonna get along at all.
I hope it's day one of training camp. Somebody needs to knock some shit into Ivan Provorov, because how many times am I gonna have to watch this guy thinking he can twirl around in front of the net, boom, turnover, it's behind Carter Hart. Like, somebody needs to give Provorov a serious reality check. And this kid carries himself on the ice, at least, meaning Provorov, so entitled, like he's already won something. And it's like, dude, you haven't won shit. You've had one legitimate big goal in your career. That was in the bubble against the Islanders. Like, you need to take a step back and realize, like, you're not fulfilling what you should be as the 8th overall pick in that 15 draft.
Yeah, I think it also comes to the fact, everyone says he's a workhorse. He does this and does that. He plays a lot of minutes. At the same time, he's turned into an absolute turnover machine. Now, I hope he can turn it around. Maybe it's all mental because he doesn't have Matt Niskanen anymore, and maybe he has to play a little bit differently than he was with Niskanen. But I think Tony DeAngelo is a huge addition for the team. It's starting to, there's a couple more that I'll just move them up. So a couple more additions to the team that were made that I think actually do help as well. But just the Justin Braun addition was I think that's a good move. It's for 1 year. The defense looks pretty okay. I don't want to say it's fixed, because there's holes still. There's still problems, but the main problem I think right now is that we have to score. And that's just not what's happening here. It doesn't look like that's what's going to happen. So on
the defense, okay, you had to say they're better than they just ended the season. Okay, I don't have to see
they were okay.
Fucking things up. They're better than they just ended. The only thing I don't like about the DeAngelo trade is I was the one saying trade the pick. I wanted Chychrun from Arizona. I feel like this was their cheap way of getting out of it and bringing in DeAngelo. We don't have to give up the 5th overall pick. We can try to piecemeal it with a guy who is going to be a restricted free agent, and we could try to sign him to a deal that we like. And it's just, that's the only thing I really don't feel too good about that trade.
And the fact that he's literally ghosting another, jersey. He's legitimately ghosting another jersey.
It's funny though. Gostisbehere was a guy, he kind of called out the team a little bit in his last season here. And then you remember what happened the next day? He gets put on waivers. And it's like, I don't know. That's just weird
not
to
allowed.
me.
You're not allowed.
These players, it's like, what's going on over there? You say one thing on the line, you get put on waivers. So that's another thing that kind of had me head scratched when they brought in DeAngelo. But I'm excited to see what he does. I hope he can kind of get along on the ice with Provorov, but we'll see.
Another one of Kevin Hayes' boys, by the way.
Kevin Hayes and co.
Yeah. Also, another topic that we I didn't have because I built this yesterday. That little scandal thing that's going on right now.
Which one?
That Kevin Hayes and Tony DeAngelo were kind of tampering with Johnny Gaudreau.
Oh, that happens in every league.
All teams.
I know, but they're like calling it. I don't think that's tampering.
No, that's two friends shooting the shit. Like, wouldn't you want to play on a team with your best friend? Like, everybody would want to.
I don't think that's I don't think it's a hot topic. I think it's kind of interesting that they're bringing that up now, because Johnny Hockey's the hot topic right now going to Columbus. Sorry, bud, but that was a fucking horrible move. Let me tell you, Cam Atkinson, yo Judas, yo bud, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't go take a picture next to. No, I'm upset with the franchise too, dude. But like, that's not the way to do it. I mean, and I'll get into that. There's other ways. I fucking don't like that shit.
I
dude.
loved it. Hopefully they purposely tagged fucking Fletcher in Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, whatever the fuck they're using.
He wouldn't even fucking see it. You got to be awake to see it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think it's more like confusion at the same time of like, man, like this really didn't go the way that we thought it was going to go. And like now, I don't know. Columbus is like an absolute fuck. I don't like Columbus at all.
Yeah, they have no defense. Their goaltending is streaky.
We're not even worried about the team you went to, like at all. Like that is just, I don't know. But yeah, that whole thing. Three friends can't talk. Neither one of them were in the playoffs anyway. The Stanley Cup's over. going on here? Like, I don't, whatever.
Like, you're telling me Kevin Hayes wasn't trying to bring in Keith Yandle at the end of 2 seasons ago? You know, like his good friend. It is what it is. Every team. Oh, by
Every
accident,
team has it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, buddy. I sent the wrong text. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's such a non-issue.
Yeah. Well, what tells you the thing is like, so how did that get leaked, or was that just an assumption? Like, you can make that assumption and probably be right.
Well, if that's the case, then what about all the players partying with Stanley Cup champions at each other's parties, drinking beer out of the cup? You know, you just had Nathan McKinnon with Sidney Crosby up in Nova Scotia, partying all up together. You know, how's that?
Wow.
But that's allowed. But me calling Joe Schmo, you know,
higher echelon players, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, move on. So, the Flyers couldn't move JVR due to the asking price.
Due to Fletcher does not want to work.
Yeah, that's actually crazy that got, you know, just would have taken a lot of work.
Well, if it would have cost you a first round draft pick to move him, then why not just waive him?
We're not getting Bedard. We're not. Even if we tanked.
Chicago's going to come out on that.
Yeah.
I'll call it now. Chicago's going to win the draft lottery and get him.
Even if we'll clip that. Even if we tanked, like you just said, we're not going to get we're not going to get Bedard. We're just not going to. So, like, what would be the point of that? That was the easiest route to move JVR, and Chuck just didn't do it. So I don't know what we'll go around here. Anthony, what are your thoughts on not being able to give up JVR for that first round pick?
So my first thought, like everybody, like I was pissed off about it because it's like, dude, like what the hell? You have a big star just had 115 points literally fall into your lap. He wants to play in Philly, okay? And you can't move this stiff. Okay, to me, this whole thing reeks of the whole NHL knows Fletcher is useless. They can pull one over on him. He doesn't know how to wheel and deal like some of these other GMs. But then I started thinking about it, and you just kind of touched upon it, Jesse. If they even trade that 2020, the next year's first round pick, 2023, and you bring in Gaudreau, right then and there, you're not picking top 5. You're maybe outside the top 10. So who cares? You don't have a shot for Connor Bedard. Like, so it would make sense to me why they would make the trade to bring him in, because you're not going to get there anyway. Now you're really stuck in no man's land because you're still not bad enough to be in that sweepstakes of Connor Bedard. And it just, the whole thing goes back to, you knew you were out of it in December. Let's face it, the Flyers were done in December, man. And you couldn't try to wheel and deal and get something going, you know, a little trade in place to get rid of JVR. Even if you had to eat some money for the rest of the season, I think the team knows this guy leading the charge in Philly is a fiddle. And it's going to continue until somebody takes over that knows what they're doing.
Well, and that's something too of you saying that he can't wheel and deal like some of the other GMs. Sources say, and I love saying that now since everybody, you know, loves the whole sources thing. Our main source says that, you know, he's a fucking joke to the rest of the GMs in the league. And at the same time, you know, like I had stated, I showed everybody. I had a tweet that I listened to John Scott dropping the gloves, and he had said that, you know, Flyers fans should be upset with Chuck Fletcher right now. Got to retweet and like off of that, by the way. They should be mad. You literally put us. When's the opportunity going to come again to get a player like Johnny Gaudreau? And then they locked him up for that long. So now he's in Columbus. Dude, he's going to be how old by the time that contract's done? Yeah, dude. And then to say that you're hanging the keys up too, he's like, we're done with free agency. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, so this makes me think like something else is going on here. Like, Chuck doesn't have control over anything at all.
No, and I don't know who had the report or where I heard it, but I heard it, you know, throughout the weekend. There's almost too many cooks in the kitchen when it comes to the Flyers in the front office and who gets the last call. Can we be done with it? Bobby Clarke, great player, one of the all-time Flyers, won 2 cups. Why don't you just go down in Florida, relax down there? Paul Holmgren, you know, made some great moves. You had a couple of games away from a Stanley Cup under your watch. Let's go to retirement. Just Just get one president, one fucking general manager, and just let them build the team. I don't need all these guys that think they're going to reinvent the wheel to go in the front office. Well, we should do this. No, how about what if we do this? Well, don't trade this guy. We got to bring in this guy because he fits what we do. Like, and
they don't know what we do anymore.
and if it ultimately is, he doesn't have the final say because of, I don't know, the Dave Scott guy or whatever like that, then it's an endless series of this is mediocrity. Get mediocrity. There we go. Embrace it because it's going to be the vortex of suck even longer. Wow, I can't talk today.
No, you're okay. Wade, thoughts?
I don't even know where to go. We can't really do anything to get Chuck out of here.
Well, that's
we just, I mean, we can do a couple of things, but some of us might not be here when that happens.
Something's happening. Something's going to happen soon.
But, I mean, like Anthony, hit the nail on the head. We're stuck in mediocrity. So.
Are you trolling me?
Mediocrity.
I know. Fuck, man. Too many boxes I've been packing.
I bit my tongue as soon as I said that, so. That's what I get for trying to troll you.
No, kudos to you. I love it.
That's the thing too, is that we're not. So, the next topic will bring up something that I think is happening now. But yeah, we're stuck in that we're not bad enough, and now we wouldn't be able to get. We're not getting Connor Bedard, so I mean, and now we're just gonna be stuck in where Kadri hasn't landed yet, right?
No, he's still
not yet. No,
I thought, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Tarasenko wanted to leave St. Louis. I don't know if he's locked up there or not. I think, right?
He's still under contract there.
Right.
I actually just saw a thing this morning that like the Flyers are. I'll try to find it, but the Flyers are linked to him still. I don't think that would ever happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either, because it was heavy last year, and then it just when it happened, it was heavy for like an hour. And then it just went away, and it was never touched on ever again. I think we were like, what the hell happened to Tarasenko? It just never happened.
St. Louis holds that, St. Louis decides to pull the trigger whenever they want.
Right. But with that being said, yeah, you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball there, Chuck. Even if you had the ball, I don't even think the ball was passed to you. That being said, the Flyers signed Rocky Thompson to the coaching staff. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of who this is. I was on I forget what the show's called, but it's an AM show for DSM Sports. I was on there with Jason Voorhees, and that is his name. Rocky Thompson and Frank Bialowis had actually gotten into it. Rocky Thompson was lower league. Let's see. He's an enforcer. So basically what happened was Rocky Thompson came into the locker room with Nasty, Derek Settlemeyer, and basically asked him if he could ask Frank for them to go. And obviously you know how that went down. That didn't go well for him. But he was a very established fighter. Played for the Calgary Flames, Florida Panthers, kind of up and down, more in the AHL than he was in the NHL. But now this to me screams that this is Chuck's last hoorah, to save his job. And I honestly think he's trying to take the last stand of fighting his way to the cup. The only thing that doesn't make me think that is the fact that Zach McEwen hasn't been signed yet. And if you're going to do something like that, you're going to need Zach McEwen for that. We already have Nick Delorier. We'll get into that next. But I know you guys don't know, so I don't expect you to have too much to say on it. But he was an established enforcer. So, I mean, it kind of screams like one thing here. No, I mean, you got something, Anthony?
Yeah, no, I just you see Torch coming in. So right there you got the rah-rah. You bring in D'Angelo. He's scrappy. And I believe also Rocky Thompson. He's the same guy that ripped his shirt off and tried to fight Evander Kane in a power play meeting, right? So
that is him, yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a fire season in terms of sparks are gonna fly.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately, people will probably be fighting themselves in the locker room in Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
Getting back to Zach McEwen, how do you sign a guy when you have no money? I think that's the problem. Okay, they're still over the cap right now, and what the hell?
They're gonna put Ellis on LTIR. I mean, it's gonna happen,
right? But you still have who else is guys you got to sign? Tippett's another one.
I have a whole list right here. I have a whole list.
But it's like, getting back to Fletcher in a way, dude, you've mismanaged this cap since like that first full off season you had. Like, you remember the year they traded Gudas for Niskanen, okay? They had a shit ton of cap space, and within 2 days, it was whittled down to maybe $2 million because he makes the trade for Niskanen, and then he gets Justin Braun, who was on a big price tag. And then he brings in Kevin Hayes at $7 million, and he just right away ate it all up. And ever since then, he's not been able to work this. Then, they're still over the cap by, I believe, $100,000 right now. And how much did they just get charged? Because they went over last year in a signing bonus with Joel Farabee. It's like, what the hell is this guy doing, dude? Like, I thought you went to Harvard. I thought you were smart. Instead, he's just some fucking moron that just drove the team right into the ground, just like he did when he ran Minnesota.
I'm gonna check right now what's going on. Are you at one? Okay.
That's Wade. Always my guy.
Oh, my bad.
Also with Rocky, if you guys thought our power play was terrible last year, he was the fucking least. He was worse than us on the power play.
I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a hilarious series.
Rocky
Thompson?
he was the I want to say it was San Jose.
Yeah, he's with San Jose last year.
They had the worst power play in the league last year, and now we got them.
Let's go.
And ours was struggling last year.
The tank is on it. We just don't know it yet. That's great.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, he was I guess the assistant associate. Does that mean, what is that? I don't know. He was
2
a
creams,
coach.
1 sugar.
Yeah. he was coach for the Edmonton Oil Kings, the Oklahoma Barons, the Edmonton Oilers,
3 Splendas,
Windsor Spitfire, Chicago Wolves, and San Jose Sharks. Yeah, I guess we should move on from him.
Yeah, that's what I was just trying to say. Everybody was complaining about our power play was terrible last year. It just got that much worse. Unless the Tortorella is going to take over, but I doubt it because he has to man the whole fucking ship.
Dude, this season's going to be Jesus. I can't wait.
Hey, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be hilariously bad, dude.
I don't know what's going to be worse.
Fighting Tortorella. This guy's going to try to jump in. Zach McEwen's going to be laughing. Delorier is going to pull like a Bill Burr and not know what the hell to do. He's like, freaking out. Fans are going to be throwing bracelets if they even show up. And if you do show up, you're insane. I can't wait for it. It's going to be the longest 82 games I've ever watched in my life because I'm an idiot and I'm going to watch them. But it's going to be
more entertaining. Watching Chicago Blackhawks try to throw a line out with nobodies or us.
They're still going to beat the Flyers. They still have talent.
2 guys, Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane.
And I would take them over anybody on this Flyers lineup right now.
So their projected cap space is negative 98,107.
And you got a fucking Harvard guy running the books on the Flyers. There we go. I love it.
Where's Harvard at again?
I think it's right down the street in Boston.
Yeah, Boston. Okay.
Boston.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Send Fletcher to Boston.
A lot of people are saying
him run the Bruins.
A lot of people are saying send him to the moon. So I mean, I don't know.
I got a much closer place than the moon.
Oh,
the bottom of the fucking river.
So you mean Phoenix? So Phoenix?
Nah, just Delaware River right out there.
Yeah, that's pretty close. With that being said, yeah.
I just finished up with The Sopranos. All right.
Oh God, you're all revved up.
Come
on. With that being said, another signing. Flyers signed Justin Braun to a 1-year, 1.75 AVV. I'm not upset about this. Justin Braun was. What the fuck? I don't know. He solidifies the back end. Like you can't just be mad and just not like, I don't know. It would just say fuck the rest of the topics. I mean, we can just turn it off now, I guess.
Should have just went with our kids. Let the kids play out. Everybody wanted the kids to play last year, so we did. Obviously, it didn't work. You might as well let them play for a full season now.
Here's the thing. I actually don't mind it. I don't like the 1.75. I think that's a little much. But Braun played out of position last year. They wanted him to play top of the pair minutes, and that's not him. I do think he's a bottom, your third pair. I think he'll be fine, but I think he will help mentor the young kids. That's why I do like him coming back.
Yeah, I think him coming in from San Jose, like he learned a lot here opposed to San Jose, and you could see year by year. When he first came in, he was absolute dog shit, and then the year that he left, I wasn't upset with him at all. But you got anything else down there?
This is a burp.
Okay. And the Flyers signed Nick Delorier to a 4-year, $1.75 ABV. I know none of you guys are happy with this, but
I am.
Oh, are you? Oh,
I love it.
Be shocked. I'm shocked that you guys are happy with something.
Dude, we talked about this when we had Riley Cote on the show, okay? And I brought up the example of 2010.
I think we talked about it before that.
I've been on this, man. You hear a couple things. I've been on this. I wanted this to happen. I'm glad it's happened, okay? He's a Flyers guy. That's how he plays. Everybody's just got their balls in an uproar because of the Johnny Hockey flameout that did not happen. Look, I don't like the no movement clause for some reason. Why the hell you just gave him that? I don't know. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. I don't mind Nick Delorier in Philadelphia. I love it. He's going to be another tough guy on that fourth line. Now you're going to have McEwen. He'll resign. We all know that. Now you're going to have D'Angelo who can fight. You'll have Delorier. Go back to 2010. You had Cote, LaPerriere, Danny Carcillo, Aaron Ashall, all guys that could fight. You look at the playoffs now, these guys you need the physical toughness to play. I loved when the Wild traded for him out of Anaheim. I thought he was going to be the piece that kind of brings that physicality, the intimidation factor to get them over the hump against St. Louis. Obviously, it didn't work. I love Nick Delorier being a Flyer. Glad it happened. And you know what? Once things calm down and we actually get a sense of direction from this franchise, Flyer fans are going to love him.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to like him. I've been aware of him for a while. I never thought he would come to Philly, but I like the signing. I don't like the no movement clause. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It's weird.
Especially and everybody knows I love my enforcers. It doesn't make sense to lock him up like that unless it honestly they come out and they say, look, the problem is with this type of team, if this is what they're doing, which obviously is why it caught my radar so heavily. If you're stocking up with grit, this is like beyond grit at this point. Okay. Cool.
No, go ahead. I put the comments there for when you got.
What the fuck? I gotta stop and do shit. Anyway, if you're loading up like this, you're trying to make a statement here. I mean, you got Nick Seeler who could throw down. You got I didn't know Tony D'Angelo would do it. You got Zach McEwen. Now you got Nick Delorier. I mean, you're making a statement here, and I think Tortorella has a lot to do with these things. The no movement clause actually just screams that I think Tortorella has a hand in this because he's like, you got to hang on to this guy. He's one of the last of the enforcers that he goes toe to toe Ryan Reeves. He's giving it to Ryan Reeves. So I mean, there's not really anyone else in the league that's that outstanding in that department besides Tom Wilson, who Zach McEwen handed it to him last year. So I mean, I like what's going on, not in a biased way because I love enforcers, but this could be. I know everyone's disappointed, and I understand I'm over the Johnny Gaudreau thing. You got to drop it and just leave. That's all there is to it. There's a way that this could work, but you have to also throw in the refs are not going to allow this at all. There's a lot of things to this. Wade, what do you take from this? I know you don't like the non-movement clause. Only anyway does.
Yeah. That I didn't even know that was in there until you brought it up. But I kind of think 2 years too long. 4 years. He's 31 right now.
I think so.
And he's a fighter, so it's a little bit more wear and tear on players, especially the fighters. But maybe Chuck decided to get him in hopes of trying to get Johnny Hockey for cheap as a protector. Mm-hmm. Kind of like how the Rangers decided to go.
He's 31
and get Reeves, to protect Panarin and all them. So
right. Now I don't know how much Reeves fought this year. There was a lot of.
I think I saw one fight with him.
There was a lot of fights this year, though. There's a lot.
Yeah,
but I don't think he was involved in
I saw
very many.
JT Miller, right? Is that their defenseman, JT Miller?
Keandre
in New
Miller.
York? Yeah.
Keandre Miller.
DeAndre. Yeah, I saw him getting more scraps than Reeves. But then again, I don't really follow the Rangers. So.
Think about it a little bit. I mean, these guys, they got Ryan Reeves. He's the new sheriff. The guys are playing with a chip on their shoulder. Guys that you wouldn't normally see fight, they're going to be like, fuck it. And Ryan Reeves is sitting back, like, I don't got to do it. Fuck it, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's the intimidation factor. That's, a big part I like about it. And my comment is, okay, obviously I like what Wade said about, okay, do you bring him in to protect Johnny Gaudreau, right? Well, that doesn't happen. So now, and Jesse, you kind of touched upon it, and it really, sparked with me. Tortorella brought in, who do you have? Mike Rupp when he was at the Rangers, right? A good, solid veteran guy who can throw down, right? So that's good. But the Flyers are pretty young up front. So I feel like this brings in a sense of security to the young guys. Hey, Morgan Frost, Owen Tippett, play your game. And we'll have a couple guys back here. If they got to step in line for you, they can.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that gives them some guys to I know for a fact when he gets healthy, Joel Farabee, it's going to help him 100%. He doesn't need too much, but maybe that's maybe the Travis Konechny gets back. Okay, so it's going to help him. Travis Konechny has these guys surrounding him. He's going to be an absolute asshole, dude. I love it, and he needs to be. And I think John Tortorella is going to eat that up and be like, I want you to do that. He's got to love players like that. So I do think maybe.
Do you think maybe it'll give him a boost of confidence of putting the puck on net instead of running his fucking mouth?
I think you're going to see a good balance of both, and hopefully, and if not, then he's going to be benched.
Over under 20 goals.
Under
for TK.
TK.
I'm
under
going
TK.
Over. I'm going over.
Okay.
I'm going under. I'm going under because I want him off the team anyway.
Whoa, okay.
Then you want him over, so he's going to hire Seal.
Yeah, so then we get rid of
return.
him.
I would have got rid of him in this offseason.
Wade just wants to see him benched and not played. You're not going anywhere. You're going to sit here and watch. Screw you. But yeah, I like it.
Fucking Rocky's extra shirt when he fucking takes it off to fight somebody.
Rocky's just going to put his hand on his shoulder and just keep it there the whole game. Like, what's up, buddy? Just letting you know I'm here. I like this. It does. It gives the Bash brother effect, which I'm a huge fan of. And I get a lot of people forgot that we did lock up Nick Seeler earlier, and I didn't. Like I said, I didn't know that Tony DeAngelo could throw down too. So you're doing you're making a statement.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're making a statement. This
Sanheim can fight as well too.
Yeah, I will say this, and they're my favorite band of all time. This season's Flyers is legitimately a motley crew. That's all I'm going to say. It really fucking is.
It could work. I always think it could work. This is the kind of team that I like, though. Honestly,
guessing TK is the one up there wearing the makeup.
Who knows? But they are just you get the goalie who's too afraid to say anything. Provorov's out there dancing. TK's making faces. You got Delorier and McEwen, the Bash brothers. Who the hell knows? Let's see. Sean Couturier. Yeah, Sean Couturier's got the back issue. He's the Mick Mars. Going to be hunched in, walking into day one. Who the frig knows? Let's go. Something just slammed off my back door, by the way. That's why I just kind of leaned over. So that's good.
Well then, I don't know how you guys feel about this. The Flyers signed Morgan Frost to 1 year, $800K AAV. This bothers me because, I think Anthony touched on it. I mean, you got to pay the other players. What are you going to pay him with? I mean, and I do think that you see Ellis go on LTIR, and then that frees up a little bit, but it's not enough to what you need. I forgot what I said that they were at. They were negative 190 or no 90,000 or something. Yeah. How you gonna unlock all that? You're not. So
someone's still got to go. There's still got to be another move.
Well, he said that he was done with free agency. They didn't say they were done, So, I don't know. Anthony, your comment to say that you think they signed McEwen, I wouldn't. I don't know, man. Weirder things have been happening around here. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't.
He's loved by the fans, McEwen. Okay, and it's look. Let's face it. With buying out Lindblom, bringing in DeAngelo, it's really getting turbulent with the fans and the Flyers. A guy like McEwen, you don't overspend for him, obviously, but you want to keep him there in Philly. The fans love him; they gravitate to him. He's got the long hair, the mustache. He's a typical Flyer. I think they're going to get him. They're going to bring him back, obviously. I like him signing Morgan Frost. To me, $800K, I think that's a steal because you look at the way he played once Giroux was gone. He played with a lot more confidence. He was wheeling and dealing out there. I thought his skating was faster. So I'm excited to see what he does on a kind of prove-it type of deal this season for Philly.
Wait, what do you got?
Yeah, this is like a bridge deal. Like Anthony's saying, this is put up or shut up money right now. It's, not breaking anybody's bank. And it shows Morgan Frost, like, look, if you don't produce, no one's going to pay you. Right. I mean, you might get a sucker deal out there in Arizona where they're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel, but I mean, he has upside. Frost does have upside. It just sucks that, what was it? Back-to-back years, he got banged up right off the bat.
Yeah.
Hopefully this year, he comes in 100%. Same with Wayde Allison. Hopefully he comes in 100%.
He's feeling fresh. Well, that's what you told me. He's feeling fresh. Ready to rock and roll. Actually, it's kind of funny. We were that's actually the next thing. I don't mind it, but I just think there's other people you should assign first, like Zach McEwen. The list is here. I have the list of the people that were offered the extended, qualifying. Wayde Allison, Jackson Cates, Morgan Frost, Hayden Hodgson, Linus Hogberg, Tanner Lazinski, Zach McEwen, Isaac Radcliffe, and Owen Tippett. So, like, the problem here is that, what are you doing? I hate all of you. You got Chuck Fletcher said that he's got the spotlight on Allison and Lazinski. So you got to offer them something. You got to give Zach McEwen. I think you'd be crazy to not let the Cates brothers be up. If anything, you got to send Noah Cates down. I don't think you should do that, but Jackson has earned it more than him. This Hayden Hodgson thing, everyone's like kind of obsessed with this guy. I just don't. I'm not in love with the idea of him being around. I think Owen Tippett has earned his way onto the team. But Isaac Radcliffe, I just don't. I don't think he has, and I think that you're gonna run into the problem of too many guys. So what if all of them, and this is actually a question. I actually don't know this. What if all of them say yes?
That just fills out the Phantoms too.
Right. So then that runs me into the Phantoms have like Zayd Wisdom down there. They have Forrester. A couple other Tyson Forrester, who apparently is doing phenomenal at camp, but development camp. But like, what are you gonna do with all this? Like, you're gonna still have them down there? I mean, it's it's projected to be such a shit season. Do you bring some kids up and just let it fly, or
Yeah, like Owen Tippett should be a starter. McEwen should be a starter from what he did last year, and Allison should be a starter. I mean, Morgan Frost, I don't even count him on that because he's
I didn't take it.
Radcliffe, he played really good towards the end of the year on the third, fourth line. Tanner, I didn't really see too much. And let's see, who did I skip? Cates, I liked him up on the third and fourth line as well. But
Jackson Cates, my boy. Yeah.
But Hogberg,
I think Wade's talking about Noah, right?
Yeah, Jackson was the one that took the spill. Remember, in the Phantoms, that real hard hit against the boards, got hit.
Right.
And his brother was the one for Team USA that came in and lit the lamp, and lit the world on fire. But I do think they both should be. I think they should both be up. I don't see why not.
Is Hodgson the guy they brought up? He was like, he played in the Coast, and then he got into like the fight up in. All right, I know it now. Yeah. I know who he is. He's like your typical grinder guy that can fill in here and there. The one guy, Jesse didn't like him. Wade just touched on him. I thought Isaac Radcliffe was impressive in his short stint in Philly this year. I think he's a good piece to take over that spot in the net front since JVR was appointed that. Who the hell knows why? He doesn't do anything there. I liked what I saw from Radcliffe. I want to see him get another crack at the show.
I wouldn't be upset with it. I'm very I don't put myself out there with these guys to like be let down, even though it's the Flyers. I mean, that's just kind of in our blood.
Yeah, the
I
most
was a big
upside
fan
that
of
you
him, but
get. Yeah, the most upside that you get out of these guys. I mean, Owen Tippett was a top 10 overall draft pick. I believe Morgan Frost was 20-ish. Wade Allison, I think, was in the teens. And the other guys, I'm sorry, I don't remember them being first overall draft picks. Zach, I think, was a second or a third.
well, Zach, hopefully, like Anthony said, Zach's coming back. Zach gets off this too. If we're gonna pick the people, Wade Allison and Tanner Lazinski are walk-ons, is what it's looking like, as long as they play solid in development. Wade said the other day when I was talking to him, he's feeling good. Do have a little update on that picture in his locker locker though. Apparently that was his trainer put that in there as a joke, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it in there." So it kind of killed the joke a little bit, but he thought it was funny, so he just left it in there. I do think you see Wade Allison is absolutely making this team. It is happening. He needs to stay healthy. That's the main thing. Same thing with Tanner Lazinski. I don't know. I don't think. Hope. Well, Jackson Cates is obviously recovered from his injury was fucking ugly as hell. But that's good. So these are the guys that we're looking at, and I do think Owen Tippett comes. He's got to. I mean, so yeah. What did you get him? What'd you get him for?
Exactly. And the thing about Tippett too, when I said it, he hit a lot of posts when he first came to Philly, and those if they go a couple more inches inside, he has a lot better stats.
And he's big as shit, dude. He's a big dude.
I'm excited to see him this year.
Greg Montour, what's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. I agree. Give them all a chance since they have no money to spend and see what they can do. Yeah. If you bend your mind around the fact that you know that this season is going to be shit, if it is going to be shit, it's definitely going to be interesting. You're going to see a lot of stuff this year. John Tortorella is going to have his hand in the cookie jar. You got, like I said, Rocky Thompson's coming through. You got the Lord. Like I said, it's looking like it's going to be an interesting season, I say the least. And that's all I got for Alley Talk. Let's dive into Down the Well. I hope this is the right thing. I forget who Down the Well is. Yeah. So Down the Well segment of Down the Well is brought to you by Lugaroo Custom Clothing. Go to www.lugaroo.co. I got this beauty here. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. This bad boy here.
Oh shit, that's fire.
The Flyers Alley, Lugaroo. They got their little logo right there. Got the Admiral on the back. I don't go by that anymore. The wife tells me it's dumb and immature, so I don't do it anymore. But yeah, go over there. Colin Mulvey, he's a former AHL player. He'll hook you up. Tell him that Jesse sent you from Old City Sports Network. They do that's just a press on, but they do patchwork. Sam Wismer got a Tanner Lazinski jersey from Ohio State. Actually, I've held it. It was pretty fucking sick. So with that being said, I don't know if you guys done any. This whole segment is going to be all about all the everything we acquired from the draft. Anthony wasn't there with us for that. Cutter Gauthier, fifth in the first round. I'm not going to bring up his stats. I'm just not going to bring up any of their stats, to be honest with you, because we're not going to see them in like 5 years.
Well, he is now because he already agreed to go to college, but
yeah, he's going
at a framework. He's 6'3", I think, was the final marker that they had, but.
He's going to BC, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to make my way to the Heights a couple times, check him out. But the only thing I will say, look, I wanted them to trade the pick, whatever. Apparently, I forget what guy had in an article that he's a Jeff Carter comparison.
Yeah, I did see that too.
And Carter was my favorite Flyer of all time until he agreed to go to Pittsburgh, so fuck off. But I love it then. I love Jeff Carter. The guy could snipe. If he's not going far down, he's hitting the guy in the 10th row. But that's fine. We'll take it. Let's see what he's got.
He was part of the United States national development team. He's 18 years old, 6'2", 189 pounds. And 2021 season, he had 12 goals, 8 assists, 21 points in 32 games. And then 21-22, he had 19 goals, 9 assists, 28 points in 22 games. So,
you got his penalty minutes?
Pims, 14 the first year, 31 the second year.
And he what the development program for US, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. See, I like that. They've been developing some studs lately out of that program. So who knows? Maybe they got a gift there.
What are you doing to that kid, bro? Jesus. Yeah. So Cutter, can you still hear me? You still hear me?
Me? Yeah, I can.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just making sure. Things have been weird around here lately.
That's technology.
He's this actually does scream that this draft was a lot weaker, and I'll admit than I thought, because I didn't. Wade went out of his way to do a lot of research on the draft this year, and the guy Matt Savoy that I wanted did drop. Like, I forget where he went, but it was very depressing.
I think he went to Buffalo.
If he went, yeah, I think okay, yeah. So
he got suckered to Buffalo.
That's so fucking depressing, dude. Like, I think when it happened, I was just like, man, I feel so bad for you, bud. Like, that's horrible. But yeah, I mean, this kid's he's not bad. He's not, it's mediocre. It's a mediocre draft. I don't know if you guys wanted to get into the whole Shane Wright thing, but that got released. I didn't have time to look at it. I saw that someone had put it up, but what was there was something that was proven to be why teams weren't taking him?
I can dive into it if you want.
Go right ahead.
All right. His poor attitude. Before most players, when they go to get drafted, especially the top 10 guys, they usually sit down with teams and GMs and they, questions. And it's just every GM so far that sat down with him just didn't have a professional mentality. He was just more stuck up on himself. And, and it seemed like in the combine, he just drug his ass. He didn't really want to show off to show teams like what he's got. And
so
that's why
he basically got told that he was going first overall and just drug ass afterwards.
Yep.
The whole holding his hand out type deal. That's upsetting. And now you're in Seattle, so good luck with that, fella.
At least drugs are, less criminalized over there.
I was gonna say at least Ron Francis is over there, but I mean, I guess. Next guy we got on the table here is Devin Kaplan. Went 69th in the third round. Devin is 6'2", 199 pounds. He was also U.S. development team. Had 6 goals, 18 assists, 24 points, 32 PIMs, since you're interested in that. In 2021. And then this past 21-22, he had 8 goals, 10 assists, 18 points, 36 PIMs in 22 games played. So that guy's actually pretty good on paper. He's a good acquisition. So I don't know much about these kids. I'm only looking it up as we go. Alex Bump, like, I don't know. He went 133rd in the 5th round. We can just rifle these off, dude. Here's what it is. Hunter McDonald, 167th in the 6th round. And we got
jersey.
What's that?
I want to get a Hunter McDonald jersey.
No one is allowed to get a McDonald jersey ever. Santeri Solku went 197th in the 7th round. I know Anthony doesn't like drafts. I'm not going to bore you any longer. Yeah, we got some good guys. It is what it is. I'm not going to cover it. There's no reason for us to care right now. Like, no, we're not going to see any of them for so long. And now I kind of understand why you want nothing to do with the draft. So
it just, even if you're supposed to be the generational guy, it's still never a guarantee. But I do, obviously I'm a fan, so I kind of keep it tuned in. I'm excited. And I was getting my hopes up when this kid Wright kept dropping. And then all of a sudden, of course, he goes to Seattle because that's just how it is.
Our luck would have been
fucked by
our luck would have been that we got him and he's just an asshole.
Nolan Patrick 2.0, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I am excited about this Cutter Gauthier. the kid going to BC because I loved Jeff Carter. You could just come down the wing and just pick a corner, and I am excited to see that.
He's got like a little, he's got a little nastiness like a Hartnell too. Like he doesn't mind going to the front of the net.
Yeah, Hartnell. He's
the only other guy that that I liked that was in this draft was Cutter Geeky, and that's only if we drop back. I wouldn't have took him at 5th because that's way too high for his spot. But good thing that we didn't get
Connor
him.
Geeky. Connor Geeky.
Connor? What did I say? Cutter?
Yeah. Cutter's a cool name though.
Yeah.
I like Gunner better from Mighty Duck.
Right. But Connor in Arizona, I think he took a header and got hurt already. And
I saw that.
So yeah. Sucks, but
wait, our guy is hurt?
No.
Geeky. Connor Geeky, okay.
Connor.
You said Cutter again.
You could say not yet because who the fuck knows who other Flyers are going to get hurt.
That's true. Sean Couturier might roll out of the bed wrong and blow his back out.
Jesus. And that's what we got for
Provorov eating too much ice cream, like elbow chips now, you know?
We did failed doing a TikTok dance with his girlfriend.
Gotta stay off them TikTok videos, Provorov. Let me tell you something. It didn't do anything for you, buddy. Did look better than your skating, though. I will say that. I'm not a fan of that skating style. I've been saying it for years. That's what we got for Down the Well. We don't have anything really for Beauty of the Week, but we are going to do a giveaway. $50 gift card to Sterling Pig Brewery in Media, Pennsylvania. Go to www.sterlingpig.com. Go check out all their beer. Wade's repping the shirt right now. It's a good one. Dude, I got a black one that says Notorious PIG on the back.
Dude, that's sick.
It's pretty cool. Didn't give you that one.
Obviously.
They got olive green. They got that. They got black. It's pretty cool. I don't have a red one, I don't think. So.
You did.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is this $50 gift card to Sterling Pig. I'm going to post a question on our Twitter after the episode. Basically, what it is
you should do Twitter and Facebook because some people that are watching live might. All right.
I'll do them both. Basically, what the question is going to be is who's going to be the first person that they do get rid of? Because I do feel like I've heard a couple times they are still making some moves. Anthony and Wayde, we were talking about that earlier. They are going to make some moves. They're done with the what they call free agency, but they got to free up some space to pay these players. So whoever guesses, I'm going to put a poll up. Who's going to go? It's going to be between TK, Provorov, and who's the other guy?
Fletcher.
Fletcher's going to be going to center. Those are third players.
JVR.
Yeah, excuse me. JVR, TK, Provorov. So that'll be up, and then we'll whoever wins, we'll ship that out to them. What do you got? You got something?
I was thinking one name real quick. It's like a dark horse, but then as soon as it popped in my head, as soon as it popped in my head, it didn't make sense because I was gonna think Atkinson because I was just thinking money wise, but no, I'm taking that back because he's a Torts guy. He fits the locker room, and he's part of the Hayes and Co. Corporation. So
we'll have that up after the episode.
All right.
And that brings us to the firing line. We got a comment. Here we go. And Greg Montour says, I already got one. Perv, you better go. He would say Sanheim, but, he's done with that. The firing line is brought to you by Norse Beards. Go to www.norsebeards.com. Use promo code OCS, 25% off all your beards and products. Like I said, they got stuff like this thing in here. They got bombs. They got pens. They got sprays. They got all kinds of stuff. I'm literally eyeing this beard comb brush up. I don't know if Brian's getting this thing or not. Sorry, buddy, but got paid the toll. This is gonna be a good one. I'm not gonna hold you guys back at all. Not like I do ever, but yeah. So where'd the blank check go? Anybody want to take a stab at where that went?
Ryan Ellis.
All up the fans' asses for buying into that. What a pathetic. They flat out came out into the public, lied to all our faces, backhanded us with a fucking cheesesteak from Geno's. Like, they just Double freedom rockets to the fans from the Flyers brass right there, okay? What a joke. Oh, we got the blank check. They can do whatever they want. Well, first of all, they don't have any money to spend because the buffoon of a GM doesn't know how to create cap space that he put himself in, okay? It's not going to happen. They lied. They lied to us, and we all took it hook, line, and sinker. And by the way, for the record, I'm not a Geno's guy. I'm a Jim's guy, but it's what popped into my head, so go ahead.
Yeah, you don't want to smack him with a good cheesesteak. You're going to smack him with a bad one, so that made sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wade, what do you got?
Well, I mean, he swung for the fences, tried to get some free agency the other year, and just bit him in the ass again. You know, Ryan Ellis with his injuries. If Ryan Ellis was never hurt, you know, we might be singing a different tune right now, but shit happens. You know, he overpaid for Kevin Hayes a long time ago. Should have never gave him $7 million.
Craig Montour says it went into Fletcher's pocket or bank account, right?
Offshore account.
He's not smart enough to have an offshore account.
He's just paying some
Poker.
I'm not even gonna go over it. Yeah.
You gonna do it? What are you gonna do?
Nah.
All right. I'll give you a chance there.
You already said it, so I was like,
yeah, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, now that I just found out that apparently we're doing really good, so yeah, it is what it is. We haven't stepped on any toes, so that works. That works. Blank check goes. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know where the hell that went.
that case.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't have to push the envelope. Yeah, I don't know where it went. And obviously blank check's a blank check, but you know, we were wondering a lot, like, you know, once the things were made, we're like, is the blank check was made for Johnny Gaudreau, and they just didn't do it. I mean, we didn't have it. You don't have a blank check. You just never had. They never had it.
To bring that up again, Johnny Hockey could have waited to see if the Flyers were going to do anything instead of just signing that contract right away too. So I wonder if the Fletcher just told him to go pound sand here. He's not gonna move any more pieces to try to get him in there.
Well, now we're gonna get down to that. I have something for slapping lies. It's Chuck and Johnny Gaudreau's discussion because, you know, we have a little inside information for that. This stinks. This sucks. I mean, and now you got, just because of stuff like this, you got Chris Therien and fucking Scott Hartnell attacking each other on Twitter. You know, I know Wade wasn't a fan of that, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sit back and let it go.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to jump in there, but I was like, oh my God, like everybody was agreeing with Chris Therien, which to a certain extent, like, you know, I understand that, but you know, these are the things here that the fans are going to do something here. And that actually brings me to the next topic of, does Chuck Fletcher make it past December? And I don't think he does. You know, this whole fire Chuck. You know, if the people, I think they're real serious about it this time. The bagheads are out on Twitter. Please refrain you both from doing that, for the love of Christ. I honestly think if people band together and do what they say they're gonna do here, I think it's gonna make a move. It's gonna make something happen. I think it is. People don't go. People are saying to not go. I mean, I don't have any Flyers stuff on right now.
Well, okay.
No.
You said the no bag things, right? I've been waiting all show for you guys to ask. I got the black shirt, the black Sony's, the black hat. I'm at a funeral. This team's fucking dead. Okay.
I was gonna say something about the glass.
All right, and look, we can all say we're not going to go, we're not going to watch, and I'm not going to pay attention.
Go, so.
Right? No, but you know, like the fan base are saying that on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Let's face it. You and I have already talked. I'm already going to the 2 times they're in Boston this year, and I'm going to plan to go down in Philly when we link up. But
when you get the tickets for free,
yeah, it's all a bunch of bullshit because nobody cares there. That's the problem. Nobody cares enough to make this move. Right now, they probably think Chuck Fletcher's GM of the year. They're probably like, oh, why wasn't he nominated? Oh, he did a great job. Look at what we've got. And look, if it's me, Chuck Fletcher doesn't make it past today. That was just embarrassing. You got teams, you have radio shows, podcasts, NHL Network, legitimately laughing in the face of the Flyers, saying
other GMs.
Yes, look at what this guy just did. I don't understand how this guy's still employed. It baffles me. And honestly, I just don't have any hope. I'm like, If he's going to be here next summer, great. We'll have to see what he does then. Until they get somebody in the front office that's actually going to give a legitimate care about the team, why should we?
I honestly just don't see anyone. It was crazy because did you see that Columbus, their fan base is actually selling a lot of tickets now, obviously, because Johnny Gaudreau is going to be playing there. I do honestly think the opposite happens. I know a very, very large amount of people that just didn't renew their tickets this year. I mean, that's cool for people because they do. Did they lower ticket prices last year?
No,
I don't think they even did. Yeah, so I mean, they're gonna get to the point there where the only people that are gonna be in there is gonna be the press box. I honestly see this happening, and I mean,
blacked out games probably.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. The fans are pissed.
And what does that say? Because Wade just said it, the blackout of games. You're the number 4 biggest media market in the United States of America, okay? And you're going to have games blacked out because of the product you put on the ice. Getting back to Tony DeAngelo, let's face it, he's got a bad pass off the ice. Like, right there, you already have a lot of the fans all up in arms and are happy about it. And if you're just going to keep giving them a pathetic, terrible product, it doesn't matter how entertaining Tortorella is in his press conferences, people aren't going to go. Who wants to come home after a hard day of work, sit in traffic, go to Broad Street, pay the money to get in there, pay for a $8 freaking box of popcorn that's stale? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to end up going. I love popcorn.
I believe it's $12 now.
Are you shitting me?
Not shitting you.
I wouldn't know.
God.
They give that to you for free in the press box.
Privileged.
Popcorn and pretzels, bruh. Popcorn and pretzels.
Dude, give me a box of popcorn and I'm done.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Even though it's like cheap, it's still good. Yeah, I don't think he makes it. Honestly, this is the first time. Like I said, I'm the most optimistic person. I was talking to Cameron from the Fly Guys podcast earlier, and I was like, look, I'm usually the person that tries to be optimistic. I was like, I've thrown the towel in. Something's got to change here, and it has to be. We were talking to Cote about the Lindy Snyder buying the team and the culture changing, and maybe some of the players come together, former players come together and buy the team. I think it's at the point right now where that's literally the only way to resuscitate what's going on here. The spirit of the city is dead.
And you had it a couple weeks ago, and of course, people lost their minds on you. But are we absolutely sure Briere's the next guy in line? Like, nobody's ever legitimately said it.
I have that next.
And here's okay.
I'll do that next. But yeah, so that's what we have for the firing line, and then we will move on to slapping lies.
Ow!
This segment of Slapping Lies brought to you by iLily. Go to your app store, download the app, start ripping some recordings, let everybody know what you're saying. Once season starts, we're going to let Anthony in on it. Anthony's got a good radio voice. Wade will do it once and never do it again. I don't do it often either. Once they do the
iLily.
Yeah. Once they do the video, then I'll start messing with it. But yeah, it's something we're looking into. Maybe we'll renew it at the beginning of the season. Maybe not. I don't know. It's got a cool logo. We do have a comment here. We got Jason Voorhees. What's up, fellas? What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Oh boy, here we go.
What's up, man?
Flyers Alley gets my vote versus Sundays for the Birds. I think Jake's man. Jake did. You see the gif he left? He was like, "What the fuck?" Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, we're gonna win, but I think we're ahead right now. Actually, I think we won. Actually, I don't know. I haven't looked. We'll go right to the Danny Briere thing since you just brought that up. Is Danny Briere really the answer? And Anthony, you go ahead with that since you already got.
I don't know. At first, I would think, yeah, my bad, by the way, for jumping the gun. But
no, it was next. Anyway.
Let's face it. How much is Briere tainted by this front office? That's what's going on right now, and another one of these things of too many cooks in the kitchen. You look at Stevie Y. Okay, he pretty much built that team in Tampa Bay. Now he's in the process of doing it again in Detroit. Joe Sakic built that team in Colorado. They just won the Stanley Cup. Don Sweeney had a decent run in Boston. Now things are kind of falling apart. But all three of those guys, strong-minded guys that you can't push around. And Briere, especially on the ice, those three guys. Danny Briere, to me, great player. Lit up this box score, especially in the playoffs. That's fine. But he wasn't one of those pricks on the ice, right?
Seems like a pushover.
Yeah, he needed somebody to help him out. And that's no disrespect to Danny B, because look, I love the guy. I want to see a GM that has like that FU mindset, that attitude still like an athlete has. And to me, I don't know if he'd ever want to do it. Seems like he's enjoying retirement life right now. A guy that I think could come into Philadelphia and turn this thing around and legitimately overnight, 2 seconds type of thing would be Chris Pronger. Can you imagine Chris Pronger running the Flyers? Think about it. Like Holmgren and Bobby Clark, they come up from golfing in Florida. We need to do this. Don't you think Chris Pronger would shut the door and just say, get the hell away from me. Let me do what I got to do here. Like now you got that kind of mindset. He won't get pushed around. And you're going to have a team that's going to feed off that kind of mentality of, hey, you know what? We're going to play hockey, but look over your shoulder because we're going to do something to you. And I just think something like that can filter through a team.
Yeah, anything else, Wade?
Sorry.
Well, we tried that. We went with the Hextall route. After seeing his success out there in LA, we thought it was going to happen here. And unfortunately, his trades and bad cap management didn't really pan out, or his draft picks. Nolan Patrick. So, unfortunately, Chris Pronger, I believe, turned down being a GM for St. Louis a few years back. I think he likes making his money doing his thing now. It would be great, but
I'm just look at all the trades that just happened the other day. I mean, Brent Burns was given away for nothing. The guy from Vegas there that used to be in Montreal, he
Max
just got
Pacioretty.
Patches. Legitimately, just got traded for nothing. And this guy Fletcher, I mean, he can't unload 1 year left of James Van Riemsdyk. I mean, people are just laughing at this guy. It's embarrassing at this point. I need a GM that's not going to be a pushover, and I need the GM that's going to stick it to you instead of the other way around. I mean, Chris Jury, he's having a hell of a time right now in New York rebuilding that team.
I personally don't think Danny Briere is the answer. For a lot for the reasons that you had said, Anthony, and a little bit of what you were saying, Wade, is just he's already in there now as special assistant to the GM or whatever that is, or
what is this, the office?
Made up job that they have now. A couple other teams did that shit too. But like, what is he? What could he do that no one else has done here? Like, what is it? What is it going to be? And I'm not a fan of hiring like coaches that are ex-Flyers and such. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of bringing in ex-Flyers too to kind of be on the on the board. Bobby Clark and Holmgren got to go. I mean, I'm sure they're great guys, but I mean, it's just you got to clear the room at this point because I think Danny Briere is going to do exactly what they want him to do, and I don't see. I mean, who's he answering to now? I mean, what is he doing right now with Chuck Fletcher that it's a legitimate job? Like everything that's happened has been absolute shit. So think of it like this is Danny Briere pulling the strings now, which it's not. But like, what if it is? Like, so then Danny Briere becomes the GM, and then we got to deal with this shit again, and now it's Danny Briere. Like, this is bad news. Bad news in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but Jesse, my brother and I at the Poconos, we wore a Briere jersey with our water ice, and we got a couple of hoagies. We were cheering for Danny B in 2010, man.
Fucking goddamn Poco accent. You hear this?
It's so sickening. I'm with you. Stop bringing in guys just because they wore the fucking logo. Even though I wanted Chris Pronger. But you know my mindset on it.
Well, I wanted Jim Montgomery. He played with us for a year, though, so that doesn't count. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think... I think it's going to be an interesting season, like I keep saying, but this is just nothing. I don't see anything outstanding changing. I don't think anything substantially changes when you make Danny B the GM. If you make Danny B the GM and all of a sudden Clark and Holmgren retire, then I would say, okay, we got something going on here. But until that happens, it's just another guy. I mean, it is what it is. Moving on to Chuck and Johnny Gaudreau's discussion. Now, this is just basically, we had a little insider. Not going to name the name, obviously. They've been talking since December. They've been talking for a while. Chuck's saying that they haven't talked. They have been, and Chuck couldn't make this happen. It's basically just a statement. I mean, we've been saying it all episode, so it is what it is. It sucks.
Chuck's a fucking liar.
Yeah. Hey. You know, we're not gonna get that. Anyway, but yeah, so this sucks. We don't got, but at the same time, I think we could just say like, okay, it's done and over with. I mean, I don't like if we're just gonna hold on to this all season, like it's just gonna the season's already gonna be bad enough as it is. I don't think we need to hold on to this and keep going with it, but some of us will. That's what I have for that segment. We'll go to Periscope down. And this segment of Periscope Down is brought to you by the Yosemite Creek Brewing. Go to www.yosemiteCreekbrewing.com. Check out all their awesome beers, merch, and stuff. We just got a big haul from them. Anthony, I did send you some stuff. That's let me know what it's like. They got this one called Beach Fuzz, and it legitimately tastes like peach rings. Pretty good. But yeah. Go check out their stuff if you're in the greater Philadelphia area. They're out of Croydon, PA. So we like to keep our sponsors local for the most part. What is happening?
Because I like Wade. I don't know how Wade can keep it together, but the name Beach Fuzz that just got me.
I feel like if you grew up with Wade, you'd understand.
I wasn't thinking peaches either. So.
Yeah, no shit. Beach fuzz, not peach fuzz. B is in the ocean.
Or beaver.
All right. Anyway, so former Phantoms goalie Alex Lyon won the Calder Cup with the Chicago Wolves, only to be suspended for 2 games in this upcoming season for a twin bird sighting. Wade just reenacted that. Yeah,
during their fucking celebration.
Right.
How you gonna suspend the guy? I don't know. I used to be a big Alex Lyon fan, but I thought that was kind of funny. We didn't have anything for the Phantoms right now because they got knocked out of playoffs. So, but yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I do have some for New Kids on the Block. I'm not gonna play the thing because it literally is loud as hell. Yeah, it's brought to you by Bilehouse Concrete. Go to www.bilehouseconcrete.com. Use Frank the Animal Bilehouse, friend of the show, for all your construction needs. Actually, I'll do it. Obnoxious, just obnoxious. I hate something off for that. Who do you see in the list above signing with Philly first? I think we already covered that. All right, skip that then, I guess, right? Anyway,
you have me nervous, man. You have me nervous about McEwen. If you asked me that to start off the show, I'm saying McEwen, but you've got me nervous.
I mean, they just didn't get Johnny Hockey. I mean, if you're not going to go that high, and then
I know.
I think they will, though. I hope they will. I mean, I do know, like I said, source he's waiting, so he wants to be here. So I think McEwen signs next. I think they have to make a move, though. I mean, they got to make a move at some point. So something's got to happen, right?
Let's face it, it's going to be Provorov or Konechny. Both guys making, 5.5, I think maybe a little bit more. I mean, you trade one of those guys, don't bring in too much money back. Now you can kind of take care of the rest of the RFAs.
Yeah, but if you give all of them, I do see JVR getting moved, but there's half of me says I see him get moved, and there's half of me that says that they don't move him because they're trying to save some kind of face because they didn't just move him for Johnny Hockey.
Right.
That's very possible.
I'm at the stage, and look, we can get into it another time, but I didn't want Gaudreau for other reasons, but I still don't want to attach anything for the future to JVR. Like if the worst thing is you have to bring him back for a year, that's fine. I don't want to attach anything for the future just for the stiff, just ride it out for a year.
Yeah, I think you actually convinced me a while ago that we should just ride it out for the year. No, they should have just said that. I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves with people on the network, just in general. Just say something. Say we're actually not going to pursue Johnny Hockey. We want to just basically ride JVR out of his contract and give him one more year. Then after that, waive him or do whatever you want to do. Now you're in cap hell. And now, I mean, do you see them? Who would you think would take him? I mean, people were interested, but Chuck didn't want to give up that first round pick in next year's draft. So now they still have that, and I think that's why they may move him. I think they have the ability to move anybody with that first round pick. And I mean, so who are the teams that are probably going to finish at the bottom, like the Coyotes, Montreal? I don't think you see the Red Wings. I don't think you see Ottawa at the bottom this year at all.
No.
Maybe a San Jose, something along these lines. Buffalo, because Buffalo is just still in the shit. I mean, that's how it is. But they could give that first round pick to somebody that actually would get Bedard. We're not going to get him. We're just not. We can't tank if you're not going to get him. So, I mean, who would take JVR with that first round?
I don't know. I mean, getting back to GMs that have that no nonsense mindset. I mean, they just hired Mike Greer, and first thing he does is get Brent Burns off his books like it was so simple. So here's a guy. He's in office for maybe 12 hours. He's already lapping Chuck Fletcher. I don't know. But again, I don't want to give up any more draft picks that they already have. They already don't have a second next season. And again, you see a lot of people talking about that Panthers pick. If you look at the Panthers salary cap, the 2024 one, I'm not moving that pick because the first round pick the Panthers sent Philly and the Drew did for 2024. Okay. I'm not fucking with that pick because, look, I know the Panthers are hot right now, and they got some guys coming up in the next year or two. I'm going to gamble that pick's top 5 in 2024, man, so I don't want to move it. So that's why you got to bite the bullet, and you got to move Provorov or Konechny, or if you can somehow do it in 2 separate deals, do both. But you got to – JVR to me is not worth attaching anything just to get away from the guy, okay? I don't want to just have that stench of JVR linger with the Flyers for years to come. Just ride it out with him the 1 year. Let him go wherever the fuck he's going to go. Trade either Provorov or Konechny.
So, wait a minute. They have a first round in next year's draft and a first round in 24?
So the Flyers have their own next year, their own in 24, but they also have the Panthers for 24. And it's if they're going to be dog shit.
Get rid of next year's and just ride.
No, because it's supposed to be a deep draft. That's what I'm saying. And you already don't have a second round pick next year. So don't trade away the first one this year. Look, they're going to be dog shit. So I don't care that you're not going to get Bedard. It's going to be top 7, this pick. Like you just said, Ottawa's already on the rise. They just got DeBrincat and Giroux. They have Matt Murray and not Matt Murray, the kid from Minnesota there. Talbot's in net. Detroit's made some moves. They got Husso. They're going to be on the rise. Like you said, there's 2 teams right there that are going to fall out of that. I don't want to move that pick because if there's a chance to take another stud, I'm going to, even though you know me, I'm anti-draft, I'd take my chances with that. I'm not going to move it just to get rid of JVR, who's leaving for nothing in less than a year from now.
Yeah, I agree. I'll agree with that. I didn't know we had so many. That's surprising. But again, we can't tank because we're not bad enough to tank. We're not good enough.
We're not Chicago.
I'll be surprised, man. I just you're not gonna give up as many goals, but you're not gonna score shit.
We will see. Before we get out of here, everybody make sure you go like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Flyers Alley, on Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1, and Instagram at Flyers Alley. Go to www.oldcitysports.com, old spelled OLDE. We're going to upload some of our merch soon. We got merch pushes happening. What do you got?
Before we leave, what was the question again that you were going to put out there for people to answer to win the
Sterling pick?
Card?
Yeah, $50 gift card goes to the first person or whoever. It'll be a poll of who goes first, JVR, Provi, or TK. Well, I guess it won't be a poll. We'll just whoever answers first. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how we do that. How do we do that?
We'll see who answers it right first.
Oh, we'll cut it off. First 3 people to answer for one person. That's how it is. We'll do how we do the Norse Beard basket. What am I'm stupid. Anyway.
I don't know. I'll just pick somebody.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Lens. How about that? With that being said, guys, thanks for coming on. Always in the alley. What do you guys got going on this week? Anything besides work?
Moving cross country.
Oh boy.
Dude, I'm seeing the Phillies in Pittsburgh at the end of next week, so that's what I got.
Be sure to throw up everywhere. It's fucking Pittsburgh.
Wait, what do you got going on this week?
Work. maybe get some work done to my car. I don't know.
Got a whole lot of nothing. I got actually, I have Thursday off. I scheduled Thursday off like a month ago.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't fuck around. I don't fuck around. And then I think we're hanging
Thursday off, and it's gonna roll into a Friday.
I don't do a twofer. I don't do that. I can't do that. But yeah, hanging out with some friends this weekend. Gonna dabble into some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all we got for Flyers Alley. Thanks everybody for coming out. We'll have the sweepstakes thing up soon. And Motley Crue's better than Metallica. We'll talk to you guys next week.